today we're diving behind the scenes with creative visionaries who shape the worlds that we see on screen. Yeah, talking about the production designers, the art directors that bring stories to life through stunning visuals and thoughtful designs. From set layouts to smallest details, their work transforms scripts into immersive experiences. Joining me on the show today to discuss the art of storytelling through design is art director and production designer Olalekan Isiaka, aka Swanky. Swanky, how you doing?
Right, my brother.
It's good to have you here.
How are you doing too?
It's good to have you here, bro. Good to have you here. You know, for a minute there, a lot of people don't get to see you a lot on screen, right? Because your work is behind the scene. But let's talk about it. We're talking about storytelling through the visuals, through the set, through the art design, right? So what inspired you to pursue a career in production design in the first place? Let's start from there.
Okay. I'm happy to be here. Thank you, guys. Adele. Yeah. For me, I didn't just dive into it. I'm an artist. I studied fine arts. Yeah, so it's an inborn thing. So I think after my schooling, and I was prepping for NYSC. So and I was opportune to meet one of my mentors, Mr. Bedford Bulebi by name. I promise I'll mention his name everywhere, anywhere I go to, whatever height I get to, because he's the foundation, So I met with him, and the first thing he asked me that, what do you know about production? And I said, production. Is he producing a product or what? He just now said no. And I told him that's true. I don't know what is called production in this capacity. So he said, okay, he was going to train me. And I joined his team. We started, and I think then we started with Less Dance, is an Mnet TV reality show by Endemol Africa then. So we started, and I was training under him. From there, we moved to MTN Project Fame, training under him, understanding him how he creates sets, like you said, behind the scene. Yeah, so I started having an idea that, okay, so this is what goes into production. All those things that we see in movie, in reality show. So there are people behind the scene. This is how they create it. This is how it's been done. And it goes with what I studied, in school, and I found a career there.
You've done a couple of major hit movies that have been trending, from Omogeto, The Saga, Shantytown, Tokumbo, A Tribe Called Judah, Everybody Loves Jennifer, The Party, Bankalat, Palava. You've been on these projects, and you've created the visual representations of this story. So can you walk us through quickly the creative process when when starting a new project? Because if you've done so much, won't you have like clash of ideas when you want to put these things together? So just quickly walk us through that process.
Okay, fine. A production designer is responsible for crafting the overall visual identity of a film. So you have that at the back of your mind first. So once you get the script, what comes to your mind is, how do I create the world that this film or the director, his vision. Our own work is just to bring out the director's vision through our art, through our craft. So that's the first thing that comes to your mind, understanding the story. Go through the script, make sure you understand the script, not just understanding the script, make sure you work in collaboration with the director so that your vision can align with his own, because he calls the last shot, So, and working in collaborating with him or her, whoever the director is, it helps you to really to translate whatever vision they have. So the first thing is for you to understand the script, understand the story. Then now, before you now get to characterization. So characterization is you understanding each character. So if you have a drug lord in a movie script, so and you are asked to create a den or a layer for him, so how do you create that? That even when you don't have the character in place, anybody that sees the visual will know that, oh, there's a bad guy here, or something awful is about to happen. Your character, your design should be able to tell more of the story, and you tell these true elements and principles of design.
Because of time, I would like to ask, how do you balance this whole creativity you just spoke about with practical constraints like budget and time? Because we know that shooting movies in Nigeria is sharp, and the budgets are not usually as much. So how do you, work around these things easily to reach that expected end quickly?
Around it easily is a major factor, is a major challenge for us. So most times just left us being to improvise anyway. So we create less, just because of budget constraint, looking like watching people like Tyler Perry, I was going through his studio constructions and all that. I was like, wow, this is huge. How many filmmakers in Nigeria can actually afford this? So it's a lot to start building your studio from. So the person that I see that near it is Funke Akindele. She has a space. Most of the sets you see in her movie, 90% of those sets have been created, But it's more challenging because it's more expensive to create a set than for you to get to a location that is like, probably 80% ready. So all you need to do is just to dress the sets, you spend less. But you creating it from scratch is more intense. For us, for a person like me, I love it when I create from, because you own it. So I don't have any limitation, I don't have any limitation. I just create the stuff. I have my space. But if I'm given a space that I have restriction, I cannot paint, I cannot break wall, I cannot do this, it limits my creativity. But budget-wise, it's high, and we all know the situation, not that we have the full support of fund, grant or government support that gives money to do all of this. It's people, producers try to do all of these self-funding. So budget is actually a major challenge for us. Yeah.
Quickly, aside budget restrictions and timing, are there any other issues that you face when it comes to creating the visual design for a project, aside budget and short time?
Yeah, I think basically it's just budget and short time. What's other constraint? Probably the craftsmanship. Yeah, you can't actually do everything. Yeah, so you need to get people that can work and understanding your own your vision. People that can work with less supervision. I don't have to be on every set, supervising. Need people that really understand the assignment and put it together. But the major constraint, like I said, we have just the budget and the time. Once if you have budget and you have time, you'll be able to put things together, even to manpower and other stuff that you need to put together, and technical know-how. Yeah, that's another major factor. I see stuff like when I drive a car, I look at the engine. Like the engine is what drives this car.
Yeah.
So it's not connected.
Swanky, because of time, we have to go. But Swanky, we have to go because of time. But hey, I thank you for this quick chat, and I'm sure that people who never knew that there are people always responsible for making a movie really what it is. We're talking about visual quality and every other thing that makes the scene perfect. Well, we've just spoken to one who has gone through the ropes and is still doing that. Swanky, thank you for your time. We appreciate you taking our time to chat with us today as well. Wow.